All right, guys, welcome back to the Watchman's Charge. This is going to be your 5 minute hit straight to the point, no fluff, no show, just scripture, straight truth, and one clear message that you can execute today. Now, whether you're new to faith or you've been walking along with Jesus for years, this is for you because men don't drift into strength and we don't drift into holiness. Now, I used to personally reject God for many years. I wanted life on my own terms, but until I finally surrendered this year, He changed me. And now I'm here to call up men with humility and love. So here's how this is going to work: one topic, one verse, one stronghold exposed, and one charge for the week. And it's going to be based around our mission of to protect, provide, lead, honor, and stand watch. So we're going to talk today about why the world needs honor-bound men. Now, you've probably felt it. Something's off, not just out there in culture, but in men. Not because men are too strong, but because men are unchecked, unanchored, and undisciplined in this world. And we're paying for it in our homes, at work, in our churches, and in our communities. And a lot of guys aren't bad men, they're just drifting. And drifting doesn't look dramatic. What drifting does look like is saying, I'm fine when you're not, staying busy so you don't have to think, numbing out all night, whether it's in video games or scrolling on your phone, and calling it rest, avoiding hard conversations that you know you need to have, letting your physical strength exist, but no spiritual backbone. And I'm not saying that from a pedestal because I'm saying it from a man who has lived it. So here's today's verse from 1 Corinthians 16, verse 13. Be watchful, stand firm in faith, act like men, and be strong. Now, this verse doesn't say be loud. It doesn't say win arguments. It doesn't say look tough online. It says be watchful, stand firm, and be strong. Now, that's not hype. That's responsibility. That's what the world is missing right now. Responsibility. Men who don't just have strength, but men who are steady enough to carry it. So here's a stronghold we're exposing today: passivity. Passivity is a quiet killer. It's when a man knows what he should do and still doesn't do it. It doesn't always come through as laziness. It's not always laziness. Sometimes it's fear holding him back. Sometimes it's comfort and being too comfortable where you are. Sometimes it's shame. Sometimes it's, I don't even know where to start. But passivity always produces the same fruit, and things fall apart around a man who refuses to stand up. And look at our culture. Our culture feeds passivity in men. It tells men, don't lead, just go with the flow. So many times a man is told to stand down and be quiet. And culture is pushing men in that direction. So the next one is don't take responsibility, blame others. How often do you see now everybody is the victim of somebody else's issues? Don't get disciplined, just cope. Discipline is something that is going to be able to push you to the next level and build your standards that you hold yourself to in your everyday life. And last, don't submit to God. That one is so profound nowadays in seeing men that are going to church, yet we have an entire culture that is pushing back against Christianity and pushing back against belief in faith. Again, like I said, I did. I rejected God for years. I wanted life on my own terms, and I thought I can drift and build strength and discipline without surrender. But I'm learning, and I'm still learning, that strength without submission eventually breaks something. Usually, it'll break you. It did for me. Sometimes it breaks the people you love. And if it breaks you, there's a good chance that it's going to break the people you love around you as well. So, what does the honor-bound men stand for? So, when I say honor-bound men, I'm not talking about perfect men. I'm talking about men with a standard. Men who are willing to be led by God so that they can lead their homes. Men who stop blaming and start building. Men who don't hide in isolation. Men who train their bodies and discipline their minds and submit their hearts to Christ. And honor bound is simple: it's God first, not just as a slogan, it's directionally God first. Honor always. Your word means something. Discipline daily, because you don't drift into strength. It takes discipline and focus to get it done. The brotherhood, because isolation makes men stupid and weak, and being isolated is what the enemy wants. Service. Service is huge because strength is for protecting and providing, not flexing. Service is showing your faith. Now, this isn't just a brand. This isn't a brand. It's a call to become dependable. Not impressive, but dependable. All right, so here's one move today. One clear execution point this week. Identify one area and that you've been passive in and take one decisive action within 24 hours. Not 10 actions, just one. Focus on one for the week. If your prayer life is passive, pray. 2 minutes out loud, focus on it every day. If your body is passive, train today. Even if it's simple, get something done. If your marriage is passive, initiate a real conversation tonight. No phone, no escaping. If your leadership is passive, have the hard talk that you've been delaying having. And if your faith is passive, read one chapter of scripture, devotionals, whatever it may be, and write one sentence about what you think God is calling you to correct in that passage you read. So, one move, because men don't change by emotion, men change by obedience and being disciplined and taking action. And I'll say this carefully because I'm learning too. When you take that first obedience step, God meets you there, not because you've earned it, but because He's faithful. So the world doesn't need more opinions. It needs men to stand watch, men to stop drifting, men to live submitted to strength. We're here to protect, provide, lead, honor, and stand watch. So if you're in, take that one action today. Come back ready. Let us know here in the comments what that action is and what you're doing. So we're not here just to perform. We're here to become the kind of men that God can trust.